Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K16. Today I've got set for you a fatal 4-way 4-horsewoman match as we see Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch all in a ring at the same time. And here we are with the entrances. Now, I've used all 4 of these women before in my random match series, and I think Bayley and Sasha Banks are really good. They look perfect for who they should be. But I think a couple of people have mentioned as well in some of my previous videos that the Becky Lynch and the Charlotte, although the attire is spot on, the face is not quite right. So I'm sure somebody will be uploading better versions of both of those soon. So we will swap them over as soon as they become available on the community creations. But for now, we'll keep a hold of them because we do need to start doing our NXT Championship tournaments, and the Women's Championship tournament is one that I'm really looking forward to doing. And of course, Becky Lynch and Charlotte will both be big parts of that. So we will keep a hold of them until a better one comes along. And I'm looking forward to this. I've done one Fatal 4-Way match so far on this game, and it was between it was a male NXT one. It was Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. And that was a great match. I want to see if this match continues along the same sort of way, the same sort of format as that one did. I noticed with the male one that the game seems to not want to have 4 people in the ring at the same time in a Fatal 4-Way match. Generally, you'll see 2 people stay in the ring and fight it out, and then the other 2 will drop to the outside and fight it out. And I really like that because it is how Fatal 4-Ways work. It is how Fatal 4-Ways work in the real WWE when they do these matches. It just sort of splits the match up a little bit, and it also means that when people do go for pins, that it's sometimes difficult for the people on the outside to get in and break them up, which makes the finishes look a bit more realistic. I think in our male Fatal 4-Way I did, the ending looked a lot more realistic because I think Kevin Owens tried to slide back in the ring to break up the pin but could not get back in time. You see Sasha and Bayley now in the ring as we await the entrance of our next competitor here. This is Charlotte Flair. And like I say, as you can see, the attire is pretty good. It's just the face is not perfect. Still quite good. It's very usable. Compared to the cores we used to have on 2K15, this is still pretty much fantastic. It's just with the sort of level we've come to expect from the cores on 2K16, with the new face import feature, we've come to expect a very high level of creator wrestler this year. And I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure Becky Lynch and Charlotte will be uploaded pretty soon that are absolutely spot on at the same sort of level as our Sasha Banks and Bayley. Because some of the cores are absolutely incredible. I got a few more last night. I was really having trouble actually getting onto the community creations, and finally I managed to get on there at about 2 o'clock in the morning when there was a bit less people on there, and I managed to get some downloads. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I will be uploading a few more random matches today with some of those new downloads, including Kingdom from Ring of Honor. I've got Adam Cole, I've got Mike Bennett, and I have Matt Taven now, so that's pretty good. And I've also got AJ Styles and the Young Bucks. They're really good as well. And I've got quite a few new guys that I will be dabbling into today, and then of course we will be looking to try and do a few more of our championship tournaments, sort of preparing our universe mode for when I try and start recording that next week. As we see Becky Lynch now making her entrance to the ring. And again, like I said, same thing with Charlotte. The attire is pretty much there, but the face is just not quite right. So, like I say, I'm pretty sure over the next few days somebody will upload a much better Becky Lynch. I'm not going to worry too much about it at the moment. Like I said, we have a Becky Lynch and we have a Charlotte for now. But as soon as we get a better one, we will be sort of replacing them, and it's going to be great, our universe, man. I'm really looking forward to it now, especially the NXT roster. NXT's going to be brand new for me this year. Last year we used Combat Zone Wrestling, so this year we've dropped Combat Zone Wrestling. We're bringing in NXT, and it's really going to give us something fresh in the game, because we are bringing back Ring of Honor and we are bringing back Global Force Wrestling. So by having NXT as well, that's really going to freshen things up. We're going to have not a lot of new guys to use. Obviously, guys like Hideo Itami and Kevin Owens and Finn Balor, all brand new ones to the game. We did have them all as cores last year, but they weren't fantastic, and this year is going to be a lot better. You see Charlotte taking up Sasha Banks onto her shoulders. What's she looking for here? Oh, hits her with that backbreaker. It's almost Nikki Bella's rack attack, isn't it? So, and as you see, that's what I was mentioning earlier on. The game likes to split it into 2 matches, one on the outside, one on the inside, just to create that bit of space between the two. And I do like that, actually. I think it does work really well. As you see, Becky Lynch and Bayley's dropped to the outside, and Sasha Banks and Charlotte on the inside now. And it's great to see this 4 horse. I'm not sure this has actually happened, this 4 horsewoman fatal 4-way. I think they've had fatal 4-ways, but I'm trying to think. No, I don't think it's ever actually included just these 4. I think you might have had the likes of Emma replacing one of them, or Summer Rae, or all that sort of people that just seem to get in the way. Because I think always these sort of matches have been like #1 contendership matches, and I might be wrong. There may have been a fatal 4. I don't know. If there has been a fatal 4-way, let me know in the comments section below. I don't think there has. I think it's always missed 1 or 2 of these people. I'm not 100% sure. As you see, Bayley and Becky Lynch back into the ring, and Bayley sending Becky Lynch back over the top. And that's what I was saying again. You see, the game just likes to split them to the outside, and like I say, I quite like that. I think it makes it a lot more realistic. As you see, Sasha Banks going up to the middle rope, and there's a splash on Charlotte. And I do like the way in this game that the creative wrestlers are not afraid to go up to the top rope, and you see Sasha's just going for it now. She hit a middle rope splash, a top rope elbow drop, and then a middle rope moonsault as well on Charlotte. See, this Sasha Banks core is absolutely fantastic, but I do sometimes question the moveset slightly. As we saw from the very, very first match I uploaded, which was Sasha Banks versus Asuka, Sasha Banks hit a DDT through the bottom ropes, which was absolutely fantastic, but at the same time, is that the sort of move that Sasha Banks would normally hit? That's the only thought I had. As Sasha now on the outside, and she is under the ring, and she's got herself a baseball bat straight to the back of Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks, she's going ghetto on us here. Baseball bat straight to the face of Becky Lynch, and now Charlotte with the baseball bat as well. I've never got involved in a women's Extreme Rules match before. It's a brand new concept for us for 2K16. As you see, Bayley and Sasha now inside the ring, and it's Charlotte and Becky on the outside. Now, I mentioned before my my sort of thoughts on the Divas Revolution. I think it's going to be a lot better once they split all these factions up, because we want to see these sort of matches, and at the moment, with everyone being all friendly, we don't get a chance to see these matches. That's the frustrating thing, really. We want to see Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, but at the moment they're obviously tag team partners. So just to split that whole thing up and just have individual. Don't get me wrong, can have the odd little team, like, well, obviously the Bellas are always going to be together, aren't they? So like that. But I think as soon as they split them up and they start having them all as singles competitors, it's going to make the matches so much better. As you see, Charlotte in for the pin. It's only for a 2 count. As it won't be long again, I should imagine, before 2 of these girls split back out to the outside. And there you see Bayley sending Sasha Banks over the top rope. And I do like it. I think it does make the match, it makes the finishes look a lot better. And there's a sit-out spinebuster there by Becky Lynch. Brings Charlotte back up to her feet in the middle of the ring. Sending her into that corner. Sasha bringing Bayley back up to her feet, and now Charlotte catches Becky Lynch with that suplex, but maybe not. Becky slides out the back as Sasha and Bayley drop to the outside again, and Becky sending Charlotte over that top rope, and now drop kicking Charlotte down. She hits the ground hard. So of course in a fatal 4-way, pinfalls and submissions can only count inside the ring, so maybe that's an advantage for the 2 people that are fighting inside the ring. The 2 that are outside can obviously not win by pinfall or submission on the outside. It's not falls count anywhere. So as you see now, Bayley and Sasha Banks take control inside the ring. As you see Becky and Charlotte on the outside now. Bayley with a great suplex on Sasha. Pulls her into the middle of the ring. And I'm pretty sure in my random match series so far, Sasha has been unable to pick up a victory. She's had 3 matches now, and every single one, unfortunately for her, has failed to pick up the win. But of course, it doesn't mean anything at the moment. These are just random matches we're putting together just to give you guys an insight into onto 2K16 on the weekend release. We'll be uploading the NXT Women's Championship Tournament pretty soon. I'm going to try and get it done today, but I've got a lot left to do in the current day roster. I've still got 5 championships to do in the current day roster, which is going to take me a while today. Each video is taking about an hour, hour and a half to record, so it's all down to whether I get enough time. There's Bayley in the middle of the ring with a Bayley to belly. That's Sasha Banks and Charlotte on the outside. Bayley going for the pin. Sasha hasn't noticed yet. And Bayley picks up the 3 count. Bayley wins this fatal 4-way, 4 horsewoman match. And there's that man with that sign again. He's so frustrated with that bloody sign. This when Bayley slid back into the ring, as did Becky Lynch, and Charlotte caught her straight away, just slamming her face first into the mat. And that was in for the pin. Only for a 2 count, of course, though. Bayley bringing Sasha back up to her feet again. Now the referee standing in the way. All these replays, every single one, seems to get blocked. There's either someone in the crowd with a sign or the referee's in the way. That was a great pump handle suplex by Bayley. Again, it was only for a 2 count, though. As you see, Charlotte and Sasha making their way to the outside of the ring, not realising what Bayley had in mind. Bayley lines Becky Lynch up, and there was the Bayley to belly. Pulled Becky away from the ropes. Managed to get a 3 count while Charlotte and Sasha were busy on the outside. Great win for Bayley. And is that going to give us any indication of who could come out our first ever women's champion in our 2K16 universe? I almost said 2K15 then. Our 2K16 universe mode. You never know. You never know. You have to keep tuned to this channel. Like I say, I will be uploading that tournament over the next couple of days. And we will know exactly who our first NXT Women's Champion will be going into our universe mode. Also be doing the Male Championship, the Tag Team Championship, and then a new mid-card championship we're bringing in. It's going to be the NXT Television Championship, but a bit more detail on that later on. If you have liked this video, then of course slap the like button, and of course slap that like button as well for all of these calls. They are fantastic. Like I said, we'll be getting a new Charlotte and Becky Lynch hopefully soon. They're still pretty damn good, but judging by some of the calls that have been created on this game, good is not what it rates out at the moment. Of course, just look how good Sasha Banks and Bayley is. Yeah, if you're not already, of course, then subscribe to the channel as well. We'll be uploading daily 2K16 footage now until well after Christmas, as well as dabbling in some other games pretty soon. Going to be recording Fallout 4 when it comes out in a couple of weeks as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.